Sometimes I gotta watch where I'm going when I back up. But, yeah, it would seem that I am now officially back in wearing long sleeve shirts. Honestly, and the sad part is, I know Halloween is gonna be like 70 degrees. After yesterday, though, I've about had it with like feeling cold all throughout the day. I know wearing a long sleeve shirt barely does anything in the grand scheme of things, but honestly, like, in case you couldn't tell, yesterday was the fact that I was just cold. My low yesterday was the fact that I was just cold all day. Like, this could only make things, wearing a long sleeve can only seem to make things better. And I'm hoping things are better. Let's see, what was my high? Well, my high is I got to be with my family. It was a very nice time. Got to hang out with mom and dad. And I do believe the Giants lost, because if the Giants lost, then that would only serve to help with the whole NFL picks thing I do. Hold on. Alright, hold on. Let me see if I can find that. Good, okay. So, right, the Giants did, yeah, the Steelers won. So, I'll be able to change my list accordingly. What was my act of kindness? My act of kindness was I emptied and filled the dishwasher for my mom. And I was also able to give my parents something very special yesterday, because today they are celebrating 41 years that they've been married. It was funny. There was a post I made last night on Facebook that I wrote, but I wanted to make sure I did it right, and I wanted to make sure there was a term I used correctly, and sure enough it was. Because my parents' meeting when they met was in fact a chance encounter. I mean, here's the thing. A chance encounter is basically I'm paraphrasing this, by the way. A chance encounter is like an unplanned event in which two people who are, for the most part, unfamiliar with each other, and they meet, but it can have a significant impact on lives. And that is exactly what happened. If you don't know how my parents met, there used to be a place in the city of Corning called Lando's. Used to be like a nightclub. And my father was actually walking out of Lando's, and my mom was actually walking in. He saw her, turned around, and went right back in. And from that moment on, they pretty much started dating. It was, just over 5 years later, they got married, and, 41 years later, we're here right now. So, yeah, my parents are celebrating 41 years. Suffice to say, this video is going to be dedicated to my parents, even though they don't have a Facebook, or they don't have any like social media presence. So, I don't suppose if any of you guys see them, feel free to wish them a happy anniversary, because it's their anniversary today. So enough about that. Let's get into the NFL pick that I made yesterday. So I was 11-4 coming into yesterday, and I was right with the Giants. So now I am 12-4. thus making. Okay, so. Hold on, let me. Hold on, is there an easier way to do this? Okay, this is much better. Alright, so 12 and 4. And if I do this correctly, hold on. So 39 plus 4 would be 43. 68 plus 12 is 80. Therefore, I'm now 80 and 3 for the season so far. So there we go. 80 and 43. That's how many games I've gotten right versus how many I've gotten wrong. Save as. And we double save as here because you're supposed to. I mean, you really should anyway. Now, let's look at this week's Hot Ones guess, shall we? Let's see. First, we feast. Instagram. Now, I do believe this should be the 30. Actually, it might be the 40th. How many Hot Ones guests are there right now? No, it wouldn't be 40. It'd be like 34, maybe? Oh, 35. 35, okay. The 35th. 35th first we feast Hot Ones guest of oh wait, no, it's 36th. I'm sorry. The 36th first we feast Hot Ones guest of 2024 is oh, that is sick. Oh, that is so cool. Ladies and gentlemen, for Halloween, which is actually, that reminds, Halloween's gonna be a Halloween this year. It's gonna be awesome. Halloween should be a very eventful day. I'm excited. I mean, we got a little ways to go to get there, but Halloween is very much on the horizon. It's exciting. So this week, the Hot Ones guest is Jimmy Fallon, which is so funny because every once in a while, Sean Evans will come on Jimmy Fallon's show and they'll do Hot Ones. So it kind of makes, I mean, I don't really talk about that because they are official Hot Ones episodes. Okay, there's no way that Jimmy Fallon's gonna be on Hot Ones just so I can talk about it. I mean, I do plan on talking about it when the episode airs, but this can't be the reason why. Because Sean Evans has done several late night talk shows. I know he's done Jimmy Fallon. I know he's done Colbert, and you know he'll have like a mini Hot Ones gauntlet. Not all 10 wings. I'd say about 5 maybe. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think now Jimmy Fallon because I'm pretty sure Sean Evans has been on Jimmy Fallon's show at least twice. Both times doing a mini gauntlet. So I think this is Jimmy Fallon trying to say he did the full 10 wing gauntlet. Which would be cool. I mean, I know for a fact that whenever Sean Evans does do a late night show, he'll always bring here's the thing, since it's never a full 10 wing gauntlet, it pretty much ramps up from the very beginning. Meaning, they'll get to the bomb at like the 3rd or 4th wing, and the last dab will always be the last wing. So, if nothing else, Jimmy Fallon should be going in being familiar with what's in front of him. If nothing else. But this should be interesting. You know what I'm looking at? Because if you don't know, if you look on First Week Feast Instagram, before they reveal who the Hot Ones guest is going to be, they always have like a little clue that the guest says that, or has said that, again, it's a clue, so I'll be fair who it is. And for Jimmy Fallon, the clue is impressions are how I got started. And now that I think about it, I have heard Jimmy Fallon do impressions before. I mean, believe it or not, I know I've heard him do Kermit the Frog, which is actually, I know a lot of people are going to associate Jimmy Fallon as a late night talk show host, but there's this one show, crap, I forget what channel it's on, called Password, and Jimmy Fallon is like always a contestant on that show. And, well, for one thing, he's really good at it. I mean, the guy's on literally like every episode of this show. Password, the show hosted by Kiki Palmer. And there was one Password, I believe was Kermit. And if you don't know how Password works, is basically it's two groups of two, and one person knows what the password is, the other one doesn't. But the person who knows the password obviously can't say what the password is, so you gotta say clues, one-word clues, to fill that person in as to what the password actually is. And if they say a clue and they don't get it right, it goes to the next person, having heard the first clue, and there's another clue. Basically, it accumulates until somebody gets the word. And you get points based on how fast you're able to do it. Now, in regards to the Kermit's password I mentioned moments ago, Jimmy Fallon goes, green, trying to sound like Kermit the Frog, because Kermit the Frog, he's green. And the person he was with, because it's always like, in both groups, there's like one celebrity and one regular person. And Jimmy Fallon goes, green. And then they got it. They got Kermit the Frog, which was really cool. And obviously the winner of Password gets to go on like a lightning round where I believe it's a series of 10 letters, with each letter being the beginning of a word that every that the contestant has to get for, I believe it's $25,000 that they get if they win. I forget. And yeah, Password's actually a really fun game show. It is. I really wish it was on more often, or I wish I could watch TV when it was on more often, is what I should say. Unfortunately, the only times I ever see myself watching that show are if I'm at my folks' place and my mom's watching it. I mean, it's a very competitive game. And if you've never watched Password, I highly recommend you do, because it's a lot of fun. But much like on shows such as The Voice, the banter between everyone on TV, that's always funny. Like, especially when you see the password, you know what the clue would be if you were to hear it. But like the person doesn't, you're like, oh no, why? Like, it's just funny. And Jimmy Fallon is really good at that show. He is. In fact, a part of me really wouldn't be surprised if Sean asks about Jimmy Fallon being on Password. And I do believe I know Jimmy Fallon was in that one really bad movie with Queen Latifah where he's like a taxi driver or something. Hold on. I'm gonna look up Jimmy Fallon movies. Okay. Because he was definitely a movie star. Okay. So, let me see. Okay. So, he was an Almost Famous. Taxi, that's the show. I'm thinking of Taxi. The one where it's, oh no, Queen Latifah was the taxi cab driver, and Jimmy Fallon was like the detective. Okay. Sorry, I only ever saw like the title. I never actually saw the movie. He was in Whip It. Ooh. Okay. All right. He had a cameo in Jurassic World, as well as that one really bad Gem and the Holograms movie. He was in that one Andy Samberg Lonely Island movie, Pop Star Never Stop, Never Stopping. Okay. Okay. All right. So, yeah, he's been in some movies. But again, he's more of a television actor, which for the most part, whenever he's on TV, because he's already a talk show host, any cameo he has is always of just playing himself, which I find really funny. Even on an animated show like Family Guy, he played himself. Huh. So, okay. Alright. So, this should be a good episode. I'm really looking forward to Thursday. I'm looking forward to Thursday because it's Halloween. And I'm really looking forward to today because my parents are celebrating 41 years, and we're going to celebrate with gusto later. I hope you like this video. If you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow on social media. As always, I'm very humble in this video for all of you guys watching Joe Fernando. I hope we have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Oh, happy Tuesday, folks. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk, the channel is here to lend me. Always be back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.